doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sukram, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
And once again, we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex. I'm Courtney Kenny with you here this evening on Hockey TV and YouTube. Unfortunately, we've had some technical difficulties with our feed, but we do hope to have that ready to go here momentarily as the Voodoos get ready to take on the Rapids. The last time these two teams meet, Voodoos skating away with a couple of victories on the weekend as they went back and forth. Ben Long, my producer, will be with me momentarily, but he is dealing with some issues, of course, like we mentioned, as we're getting ready for opening puck drop here between the two teams, the two northern rivals. And we'll have to see if, unlike the last time, the French River Rapids pick up some stars in this game. Albeit the last time they played here, they didn't really warrant it with a 5-2 loss. As we get underway with Laurent. Laurent taking the hit from Little. And Bax now picks up the puck in the neutral zone. Bax dumps it in. Sends around back to the net for Flageau. The goaltender for Powassan came out and nearly lost the puck. French River battling for it. Hemming the Voodoos in a little bit early, but the Voodoos do get up and out of their zone. Getting through the neutral zone is Wilkie. Wilkie dumps it down. He has Smetham in front of the net, and the centering pass comes in. And what a save off the stick of Connor O'Brien. That's Brady Dyer in net. He sports a 3-3 record with a 3.72 goals against average and a 9.17 save percentage. And with saves like that, you're going to come away more often than not successful. Wow, what a save by Brady Dyer. Back underway now in the Rapids zone. Puck gets out to the blue line and knocked down by McMillan, but he can't keep it in for very long. That'll be an icing call here, so we're just at 43 seconds played in this game in the first period. Shots 1-0 in favor of the Voodoos. And again, Will Burre making his return to Powassan, a former North Bay Trapper, one of many former North Bay Trappers in this game. And the Voodoos have a current one in Nate Gravelis. Now we're going with Burre. Burre coming in. He gets around everyone, but he can't get a good shot away on Flageau, who just stuck out the pad and was able to stop that one. Going back into the Voodoos zone once again. And that's French River with possession, but Powassan gets it back out. Service gets it up to McMillan, who dumps it in on the offside call. And now we have another stoppage in play. And here we are now, just over a minute played, 1:10. 0-0 is our score if you're just joining us now at the Powassan Sportsplex between the Voodoos and the Rapids. Chase Thompson, the other half of that deal. Will Burre going to French River. Chase Thompson coming back. And now here we have Thompson with the puck. Thompson skating around his zone. Tries to get the puck over to a couple of Voodoos players and can't quite get it to go. And that's Sturge that kept it in. Sturge has the puck in the neutral zone. Dumps it up the ice to McDonald. And instead, Kelly picks it up. Kelly with the game-winning goal the last time we were here. All tied up right now. And now away goes Campanella. Campanella sends it in for Flageau to play out. And Wilkie falling down makes a pass up ice, but instead McDonald gets a big hit. That's MacDonald of the French River Rapids taken out in the offensive zone. McDonald now moving it in. It's Cameron MacDonald. And we have Nathan McDonald on the Voodoos. And up the ice, Nate Gravel went. Speaking of former Trappers, he's affiliated in this one. Playing a game. He's had a good start with the U18 Trappers this year. Fun player to watch for sure. Up the ice now. That was Racine who sends it in, and Ricci leaves it for Gravel. Up the ice now, back is Ganaki. He's the new captain of French River, taking over for Chase Thompson. Although Chase Thompson, as Little tries to get a shot on net, was stripped of his captaincy by French River before the trade. I'm sure it helped lead to facilitate the trade out of French River. Ricci goes around the zone. He leaves it back. Voodoos looking for some options. That's Vassos. He goes in. Tries to hit Ganaki now. French River. Ganaki's avoiding a check on that one. Come in on a 3-on-2. Backs in the slot, takes a shot. Flageau had to be strong on that one. Leaves a juicy rebound. Saves a secondary chance. And now we get to Backs in the slot. Flageau standing tall on that one. And Cannon Flageau making some good saves here early. And we gave you the numbers of Brady Dyer. Here's Cannon Flageau, his number 33 counterpart on the other end. Through 11 games, he's 6-5 with a 310 goals against average and an 899 goals against average. So maybe not the numbers that he's looking for in this one, but he's looking pretty strong here through the first 3.5 minutes. Smetham scored a couple of goals in the last game we did here to O'Brien. O'Brien takes a shot, and Fullerton comes and gets the rebound. It's now on the far side half wall. And it's sent in for McDonald. McDonald sends it out front. And there's a shot just wide of Dyer and his net. Smetham kicks it in. French River goes around for it. Looking for some options. Going up ice, and they send it down the length of the ice. And it's a bit of a foot race now between Fullerton and a Rapids player, Sturge. Looks up ice to Patrick. Patrick goes cross ice. And a puck comes in, and it's knocked away. And now the Voodoos cycle it around. Picking it up is Bure. He loses the handle on it to Service. Service sends it out front to McMillan. And now, again, some technical difficulties, so apologizes on our side as DeBuck brings it in. DeBuck sends a cross zone in the Voodoo zone, and Service picks it up. Little looking up ice, leading the Voodoos in points. 13 points in 13 games. And now going the other way is Sir. Sir brings into the Voodoo zone. He takes the shot, and it's high and off the netting. And that'll be what does it here for the first little portion of our game. Again, Ben Long, my color guy, working very hard now to try and get some video to your way. 5 minutes and 5 seconds gone as the Voodoos pick up the play. Ricci sends it around the back of his zone. McDonald picks it up. He looks up ice for Thompson. It's out of his reach. And Thompson's going to beat out the icing call, though. Thompson, a couple of big hits along the far side half wall. And French River picks it up on the near side half wall now. Looking around, that's Thompson who comes away with it. He's rubbed off by Sir into the boards. And the puck is going to go down the length of the ice into the Voodoo zone. Ricci will be the first man back, so we'll have another icing call here. 0-0 is still our score. 3-2 are the shots in favor of French River, albeit all three shots came within the span of 5 seconds for French River. Again, just trying to get some things going here with our team, our production crew. But hoping to do our best here with just the play-by-play as Wolf sends it down the ice. Vassos quickly over to Fullerton. Fullerton goes up ice. He dumps it in and chases after it. Him and Scott. Scott can't get to it. And that's Campanella who gets the puck up and down into the Voodoo zone for Sturge to go after. Sturge mishandles the puck. Has to regroup. Sends it back behind his net to Scott. Scott looking up ice, can't get it, so he leaves it for Fullerton. Back to Scott. They can't get it out of the zone, but we're going to get a hand pass call here. So that'll be a stoppage in play outside of the Voodoos defensive zone. As we're just getting underway. Just an update, our other crew of the front line are doing a Nipissing Lakers soccer playoff game. It's 0-0 at the half. We're told our friend Derek Lindemann has been blown off the roof, albeit I'm sure he's okay. 0-0 in this game, halfway through the first period, a 13-17 to go. And the puck sent around in the rapid zone as a big hit comes from Smetham. And O'Brien chases after the puck. French River having all sorts of issues trying to get the puck out of their zone right now. That's Campanella. He can't get it past the Voodoos. Or rather, that was Racine. And the puck goes down into the Voodoos zone. O'Brien sends it up to Little. Little goes up ice looking for Caden Long, who's good to see him back out. Scary incident last week against the Gold Miners with him. It's back to Little. Up to Long. Long quickly over to Service. And the puck's bouncing around now, but Long picks it back up. Tries to leave it for Little, who can't get around Racine. Racine on a makeshift 2-on-1. Comes and takes the shot. It's high and wide of the net. Good opportunity there on the rush for French River. As now coming back into the French River zone is Service. Service skates around Ben Long's player to watch for the Voodoos. And the puck is knocked down as we have video action here in the Powassan Sportsplex. And Ben Long is back finally. I don't have to talk the whole time.
Yeah, I was trying to get some stuff taken care of there, and I think we have feed here. Hockey TV seems to be having issues. We're not entirely sure what's wrong with their system, but we decided we have our own, so let's do that. Now, we still have audio going to Hockey TV, I believe. I don't know whether that's actually live or not right now.
Well, here's hoping it's live for you at home on Hockey TV, but if not, well, we are live on our Frontline broadcast pages. The Voodoos with some chances, and that's McDonald who tries to bury it in past Dyer. And Ben, you even had to leave the building for a moment, too.
Yeah, no, because I have my camera that we use for the battalion games in my car. So I decided, well, let's go get that camera and see what we can do here.
Well, like a true tech guy, and that's the legitimate term that we're going to go with, tech guy. You're putting it all on the line to make sure that we are on the air and ready to go. Just a quick recap, 0-0 at the half between the Lakers men's soccer team and the U of T in their playoff game as Little sends it in. Dyer blocks that one away. Coming up the ice now, that's Schneider. He overskates it, delayed offside. McDonald leaves it off for Wilkie. Wilkie goes cross ice to Little. Instead, it's going to be Thompson who picks it up, and he just tries to feather that one into the zone. Wilkie now picking it up. Wilkie all sorts of engaged in this one. Looking like the player that the Voodoos thought they were trading for a month ago.
Yeah, he's been looking at the last few games. We've seen him start to activate more.
He has for sure. Maybe getting more integrated into the system a little bit as Thompson now quickly going the opposite way, sends the puck in. And it's off the side of Dyer's net, and away French River goes. Looking up ice, they get a quick touch. Comes back to Flash Joe's net, so Risman comes out and plays it as there's no icing. 10:43 left in the first period. Risman skates up ice, gets around a couple of defenders, and he skates it right into the rapid zone. Can't get a shot on net, but he still has possession of the puck. Showing shades of why the battalion decided to take him in the most recent OHL priority selection, but now French River going the opposite way. Shot comes in high and over the net of Flageau. Puck comes back out front. And now Scott's going to have it. It was urging from the benches to skate with it. He tries to get out front to Gravel. Gravel takes the shot. Secondary chance on Dyer, just misses the net. Gravel was all alone in the slot, and he couldn't bury it. Sturge going cross ice. Oh my goodness, Powassan with a couple of good chances here. Same with French River through the first half of this game. But that'll do it for our first half of action here in Powassan. We'll be right back after this. This period is brought to you by Canada Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news or access the Alumni Job Portal. Visit canadacollege.ca/perks for more information. Just getting ready here now for puck drop. And again, not that I can really help with it if you're not already listening. You can't hear me saying this.
Oh.
We are live on YouTube.
Oh, it looks like it is. Hockey TV is live again now, too. It
Maybe
seems
not.
to be in and out, and there might be problems. So yeah, we are sitting here in the period, and we should have the mid-period break ending just now, and this is a rare time that it actually hit at the mid-period. I'm a lot more used to having to 3 or 4 minutes left in the game. But
yeah.
9:57 and we got the break.
Yeah, usually it's usually we're looking at 3 minutes, 2 minutes left in the period, and they call it a mid-period break, but really it's not. As we're back underway now. The Voodoos looking for possession in the offensive zone, but French River's going to come away with it. French River looking up ice. Bure gets it up to Bax. Bax now going for a tip. Can't get it to go. Boucher gets the puck up. Bure tries to get it past, or rather that's Russell. And now Little has the puck. Little trying to do it all himself on the far side wall. Gets it over to Wilkie finally. Wilkie just avoids the brunt of a hit, but he still took a bit of a hit. And now a nice little side swipe attempt there by Scott. Back to Scott, who takes the shot, and Dyer makes the save. Dyer had a really good game in the NOJHL Showcase against the Espanola Paper Kings. I almost called them the Express of yonder years. And we're back with a scrum on the far side wall, but it gets up to Russell. Russell tries to go to the center of the ice, but instead Service picks off the pass. O'Brien gets it back to Service. And Smetham would have been in position, but he goes off for a quick change. And the puck goes up and over the penalty box, and so we'll have another stoppage in play here with 8:41 left in the first.
Yeah, it's been a quick game of back and forth action that we've seen so far. The puck seems to be bouncing pretty strange out there too. I'm not sure if the ice isn't in great condition. I know they're having some problem with the Zamboni door earlier in the week, so maybe it's not just in optimal condition right now.
No, you never know, but they do have quite the freezer upstairs in the coaches' lounge here in Powassan. As we're back underway here in the Sportsplex. Puck on the far side wall. And we have a bit of a scrum now, but Service comes away with it. Service tries to get it up and out, but instead it's going to hit off the stick of Mason. And now finally Powassan gets it through. Big hit. Leveled, and looks like we're going to get our first penalty of the game. McMillan is the one who looks like he's going, as he's putting up most of the fight. Or rather, it's going to be French River who's penalized. But McMillan got up at first and kind of, why me?
Yeah, it looked like he was there and then just kind of turned around and went right back to the bench. And unlike a lot of other arenas where the penalty box is on the other side of the benches, on the other side of the ice from the benches, it's right in between them here, so you never really know who's going until they're in the box.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. You kind of have to guess sometimes, and oh my goodness. If anyone wants to cut their teeth broadcasting, come to the Voodoos games and try to cut your teeth here. We'd love to have you. We're looking for some extra people any chance we get, as the Voodoos will get their first chance on the power play. Going up ice. They send the puck in. Voodoos looking for some options here. Looking for a pass out as O'Brien gets it to Wilkie. Wilkie takes the shot. Maybe Dwyer got a piece of that. Maybe not. It hit a few bodies in front. And now Boucher is going to try and clear, but he can't get it past Patrick. Patrick looking for some options. Still in the scrum. Trying to get the puck away. Can't tell you how much time's left on the power play, but there's still over a minute, I can tell you that much. O'Brien with the good glove. Gets it over to Little. Little takes the shot. Dyer gloves that one down. And we're going to get another stoppage of play.
And as Courtney mentioned, there is somewhere over a minute left in this power play. Due to the post from that door that was having issues last week, we cannot tell you exactly how long is left in it. Looks like there's a 6 at the end as well.
Yeah, that or a 5.
Yeah.
One of the two. Oh, it was a 6 because there's the 4 after a couple of seconds. As now it's Ricci. He can't get the handle on it. It goes over to Long. Long tries to pass, but it's going to be Ganaki who knocks that one away. Looking for a short-handed attempt now. French River's just going to try and send it in, but Risman with a good stick stops that one. Gets over to Ricci. Under a minute now on the man advantage. Over to Risman in the center ice. Risman almost tripped up. Gets it back to Ricci. Ricci getting slashed and everything at center ice. Gets it over to Long. Long tries to skate through 2 Rapids players, and Thompson gets it out and almost in front. But it's going to be Bax who comes away with that one. Or rather, Schneider. Racine now picks it up. He dumps it down the length of the ice. Voodoos still on the penalty, but not, or power play, but not for much longer. Ricci looks up ice. And the Voodoos are finally going to be, having seen the time expire on the power play. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Long with the puck. Gets it back. It's to Little who misses the puck, but it's kept in by Wilkie. He goes cross ice trying to find Little again, but it's back to Wilkie. Wilkie over to Little. Little with a lot of room. Takes the shot. It just misses the net. Little had all sorts of time to plan that one out, as there was no one on French River near him, as Bure tries to get past his former teammates. He's knocked over by Wilkie and loses the handle on the puck. And now the puck comes out to Kelly. Kelly, who scored the game-winning goal against Kirkland Lake a week ago, takes the shot. And it's just wide of the net. Dyer's going to block that one down and glove it. Shots on goal, 10-4 in favor of the Voodoos. 5:21 left in the first period, Ben.
Yeah, and the power play curse that the Voodoos have been fighting all year seems to still be hanging heavy over their heads.
Yeah, it hasn't really helped them too much. We saw the Battalion score a power play goal in Sunday's game, and that's like one of the first power play goals we've seen all year by a team we cover. Yep. Maybe we're the problem.
Maybe it's us.
Puck goes cross ice as French River tries to gain some zone time. Nate Gravel, the Trappers call up. And there's a big hit right there at the Voodoos bench. And the shot comes in, and Dyer's going to knock that one down.
Looks like there's some rough stuff happening in between there.
Yeah, we saw our first fight in...
the ref's ejecting someone from the game.
Well, we saw our first fight last week. And just an update on some Voodoos injuries. We have Owen Ferguson out, lower body injury week to week. Cameron Lemke, lower body week to week. I was told he's supposed to get the cast off soon, which then means he's still about a week away after he gets the cast off. Daniel DeRocco, the goaltender, upper body day-to-day, so we can see him back in Voodoos action any game now, really. And Sean Thies, the defenseman, he's out day-to-day as well with an upper body injury. So the walking wounded of the Powassan Voodoos, we might be getting some reinforcements back soon, and we'll have to wait for a few.
Maybe our next game players to watch, we should do the injured reserve.
Yeah. Rismond. He takes 2 Rapids players and then falls to the ice as Russell now going the other way. Russell tries to take the shot. And then a weak attempt in on a fanned attempt on Flageau. And Adam Morrell has his hand up right away. And calling a penalty on that one as the Voodoos try to come back to stop that. That'll be Smetham in the box.
I see where that call comes from. I think he's still a little weak.
Well, it's almost as weak as Adam's footing in Saturday when I was hanging out with him. As the puck's back down. And again, French River to the power play. Again, hopefully you guys can see what's going on now at home. Of course, on YouTube you can. We're not so sure about Hockey TV as there's a big hit in the middle of the ice as Russell goes down. And the puck's back down into the French River zone. French River looking to set up. 1:32 left on the power play. Service. Looking for some options. He can't quite get the puck away from the Rapids, but instead he causes some issues for them. And puck just bouncing all over the place. Looking for some options now, French River. That's Bax. He skates around with it. Looking back to the blue line, but he's going to hold on to it. Tries to fake out O'Brien. Takes the shot. It's blocked by Sturge. Sturge now looking for the hit on Bure. These two were teammates for maybe 1 or 2 games. Bure comes out, takes the shot. Flageau kicks it away. And now the puck's up and out of the zone. And we have Ganaki now with it. 40 seconds left on the man advantage. Ganaki leaves it off to his teammate. And that's Nolan Mason, who's played in 3 games for the Rapids this year. Going up ice now the other way is Snyder. Snyder had a goal in the NOJHL showcase, and now O'Brien skates through the middle of the ice. O'Brien looking for Patrick, because they had a makeshift 2-on-1, so they can't get a attempt away. As O'Brien just hauled to the ice by the Rapids. Nothing coming on that one. Mason. Across ice to Etche. Etche sends it through the creases, back to Boucher. Ricci almost got the handle on that, but Campanella gets the puck behind the net instead. Back to Boucher. Boucher with the shot. Flageau knocks that away. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Thompson skating the puck with some speed through the neutral zone. Trying to get around some Rapids players. Takes the shot. Dyer kicks that one away. Thompson comes out with McDonald. McDonald tries to get the shot on net. And it was blocked, and now Bax with some speed through the neutral zone. Bax takes the shot. Flageau blocks that one away. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the period as Bax tries to strip the puck away. Kelly, on maybe an ill-advised attempt, gets it up to Thompson, though. Thompson takes a shot. It's knocked up and over the net into the top part of the Sportsplex. So we're going to get another stoppage and play. 2:02 left in the first. Shots 11-7 in favor of the Voodoos.
And on the stoppage of play, I'd just like to take a moment to apologize for the camera work to anyone watching on YouTube. I've now taken over camera duties for our YouTube stream.
Ben Long does it all.
We'll see if we can get Mike's camera action back to our YouTube stream as well.
Quick shot coming in as Wilkie's tripped up. Falling down trying to take the shot. Service. Back to Little. Little takes the shot. It's gloved down by Dyer. Yeah, Ben Long doing it all while he can. Doing the camera work, doing the audio, running the computer.
You know what? I might as well do play-by-play and
all right.
Bring me your wireless microphone and I'll announce the game too.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds like I might be your PA address announcer anyway, so we'll see what happens. You might have to be doing play-by-play.
Maybe. We'll see how it goes.
Looking up ice now is Bax. He gloves that one down, takes double teamed a little bit. Now Mbure comes in with it. Takes the shot. Flageau knocks that one down. 1:30 left in the period. Service. Looking up ice. Gets it up to McMillan. McMillan stops at his bench. Goes cross ice for Long. Long mishandled the puck. And he just looks for some more options. He dumps it back in. And that'll be Gravel who will be first up on it. Gravel looking for Long. Can't get a handle on it. Long now throwing his weight around. Takes down Bure. And now it's Fullerton who takes off his man. Risman, last minute in the period, gives it up to Long. Long takes the dump attempt in. And he also gets run a little bit by DeBuck, and the 2 players go down. Boucher on the far end. Gets it back behind his net. Snyder now picks it up. Backs through the neutral zone. Tries to get around a couple of Voodoos players. He does, and he takes the shot high and over the net. 34 seconds left. McKay takes the shot. And it's sent in on a good tip attempt by DeBuck. And he gets out in front of Flageau, who couldn't get a handle on it. Vassos now sends it behind his net. And again, the Rapids come away with it. Now it's knocked away, and a trip on Scott. 15 seconds left in the period. Rapids have possession, get it up to DeBuck. DeBuck takes the shot in. It goes wide of Flageau's net, and Fullerton's going to pick it up. Fullerton just trying to eat some time, sends the puck down the ice. Boucher, he has it, and that'll do it for this period as well. 14 shots on goal, 10 for French River, and we have no score in this one. And Ben, I'd ask you how you thought that period went, but you kind of were a little busy, so.
That period was hectic, and that's just for me.
Yes. Also hectic in some moments between the two teams as well.
It was, the 15 minutes I was not out of the building. It was pretty good, back and forth, a lot of skating going on, a lot of attempts at passes that didn't quite make it though.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing I will comment on is there's been a lot of talk about Flageau looking unsteady lately. He seems to be a bit more steady today.
Yeah, he seems to have put whatever demons past him, at least for the first period in this period. We'll have to see if that keeps up as the game goes on. As for the rest of the game, well, keep your eye on the front line. We'll be back after this.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sukram, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
And we're back under action at the Powassan Sportsplex here. Nothing between the Voodoos and the Rapids after 20 minutes of play. As we get play into the Voodoos zone. Powassan in their home greens going left to right in this period. Rapids in the road whites going right to left. Some quick action here now. As Payer played some games with the Voodoos last year. Tries to block a shot. Smetham. And they get it up to Russell now. But it's Wilkie who picks it up. Rismond out on the ice. He had a good first period to Patrick. And they try to go cross ice and get it to O'Brien. O'Brien sends the puck in behind the Rapids zone, but it comes back to O'Brien. O'Brien skating away with it, gets it back to the point for Ricci. And French River trying to go on a bit of a 2-on-1 here. Russell over cross ice to Bax, and a nice pad save by Flageau, turning that one aside. Puck back into the Rapids zone. Mason, again playing in his fourth game in a Rapids uniform, sends the puck in. It goes wide of Flageau's net. No, he kicked it away. And Mason comes after it. Puck on the far side half wall. Loses the handle on it now is Risman. Snyder gets it back to the blue line. And it's sent back in. Back to the blue line for Boucher. And the Rapids send it in, and Flageau knocked that one down, but he didn't see where it went as it landed right in front of him. And now going the other way is Powassan. Long, with a bit of a stutter step, loses the handle on it. And now we're going to get a penalty call. And it looks like it's going to go against the Rapids. Quickly, also one other game happening on this midweek NOJHL schedule, and that's the Elliott Lake Red Wings are up 1-0 on the Sioux Thunderbirds. Just at about the same point that we are right now. 17:54 left in the second. Powassan has 18:07 left in the second. And so that will be the Rapids who find themselves penalized in this one. And we'll get Ben Long's thoughts here momentarily. He is my fantastic color guy, producer, and cameraman in this one if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Hockey TV, it is Mike Brown. Happy birthday, Mike, of course. It's not actually his birthday, but it's every single game. Oh, that's not very nice. So that's Boucher. 2 minutes for slashing. And the puck comes in. The Voodoos already 0 for 1 on the power play. Wilkie with a cannon shot. And it just rides off a stick or rides off the pad of Dyer. Wilkie, cross ice to Little. Back to Wilkie. Wilkie comes into O'Brien. O'Brien takes a shot. And Powassan is up 1-0 on the power play. That's Connor O'Brien's 5th of the season. And Powassan takes the lead in the second period.
You know, we didn't use them as the player of the game, but we did talk about the power play earlier. And breaking that curse a little bit here. I think we get a little credit on that one.
I think we do for sure. And I'm going to tell that to General Manager Chris Dawson after the game. That was all because of us, Chris, and our new glorious banners, which I do have to give a shout out to the engraving shop for giving us that.
And Canador as well.
And Canador, yes. But the Canador, the engraving shop, and Average Joe's who let us do this every single night for you. It's fantastic. Voodoos up 1-0. McMillan looking for some options, skates it around the net. And Wolf's going to come away with it as his shot went all the way through the crease. Wolf gets it behind his net to Payer. Jacob Payer has 2 points on the year in 16 games for French River. Gets it up to Sir. Long stop that one, but Sir comes away with it. And it's back over to Payer. Payer goes up ice, it's blocked away. We'll talk about some former Trappers playing for both these teams in this one. As even though Noelville is an hour and a half away, as we're going to get another call here. It is an hour and a half away. It's still the next closest place outside of Powassan for North Bay and area kids to go and play. And we see a lot of Sturgeon Falls guys go. As Campanella now is in the box as Adam Morrell makes the call. So.
Yeah, when you're from Sturgeon Falls, it's closer to Verner than it is to Powassan.
It is. Well, Noelville is still a bit of a ways in from Verner, but.
Yeah.
We'll get to those Rapid Trappers anyways. Also, just to make a note, that trade between the Voodoos and Rapids, as a shot comes in and Dyer knocks it away, and then Patrick takes the shot. And now Little comes away. And it's O'Brien, the goal scorer, goes cross ice. Wilkie had a chance. He tries to get it out front. It's knocked away. Wilkie back to the point for Little. Little back to Wilkie. Wilkie goes cross ice to O'Brien, back to Little. Little with a quick shot. It's tipped up and out of play. And that trade again between the Voodoos and Rapids, between Bure and Chase Thompson going in opposite directions, was the first trade between these two teams in history. So, bit of a significant deal there with those two teams.
A historic trade that seems to be working out well for both teams so far.
Yeah, both players, as mentioned, already had a multi-goal game. So the Rapids have a bounty of former AAA Trappers as well, including Abram Snyder, Will Bure that we mentioned, Carson Leron, Riley Wolf, Nolan Mason, Cam McDonald, Jacob Payer, Owen Etche, and goalie Caleb Papineau, who we have yet to see here in Powassan. Papineau has started played in the 7 games for the Rapids. He has a 1-3 record, 567 goals against. As the puck is nearly knocked off in the neutral zone by Leron, and he comes away with it anyways. Skates it right back to his own zone. Caleb Papineau has a 567 goals against average and an 865 save percentage, so not great numbers for the former Trappers netminder. But he's still playing hockey at a higher level than I'll ever play.
You and me both.
Sent into Boucher. We're under a minute now on the man advantage for Powassan. And Long gets it back to Risman, who gets it quickly into O'Brien. O'Brien back to Risman. Risman takes the shot. It was nearly knocked in by Patrick, but instead it goes wide. Back to Ricci. Ricci over to Long. Long tries to go in looking for Patrick in the slot. O'Brien on the near side half wall. Looks for some options, and they get it up and over Risman's shoulder. And he goes the length of the ice to kill some time on this man advantage. Flageau, nearly called him Papineau, as I was getting a little bit too rowdy with Caleb there, but that's Ken and Flageau came out to play it. Powassan going the other way now. Puck at the blue line for Ricci. Takes the shot, and it's stopped by Dyer, as time is just about set to expire here on the man advantage. So as we mentioned, the Trappers on the Rapids, the Voodoos also have a handful of Trappers as well, including Caden Long, the aforementioned Chase Thompson, Cameron Lemke, who's not in this game, and Jake Fullerton. Cameron Lemke, of course, day-to-day with that leg injury. So we're hoping to see him back in action soon, as he is a big addition to this Voodoos team. Back to Risman at the point. Risman takes the shot. Dyer kicks that one up and over the glass. And it's out of play. So with 15:08 left in the period, we have another stoppage in play. Battalion prospects also on the Voodoos include Carson Ricci, Jake Fullerton, Tyson Risman, Caden Long, and Chase Thompson. So when we talk about this being a farms team for the Battalion, although not many of those players will likely suit up in Battalion Green, It's nice to have your prospects only 20 minutes down the road.
Yeah, if you need something in an emergency, you got someone there.
And the bounty of them here, of course, Tyson Risman has gotten up and played a game with the Voodoos, or with the battalion this year. So he's already made his OHL debut. Patrick tries to get the puck around out front. Bure going to pick it up on the far side half wall, takes the hit from a former teammate. It's back to Patrick in the high slot. Patrick takes the shot, it's knocked away. Wilkie keeps it in. Wilkie trying to keep it in, but it's knocked away from him. And gets into the neutral zone. O'Brien couldn't get the puck on that one as Russell picks it up instead. Little looks up ice. Smetham goes cross ice to O'Brien, who takes the puck on the rebound from the wall. And O'Brien takes the shot and it just goes wide. Fullerton coming off the bench will be the first one to pick up the puck. He's going to send it right back down to Patrick. And Patrick's going to dump it back in and go for a change. Rapids, Etche looking up ice. And it's Bax who takes a bit of a hit, or a bit of a whack from service, but the Voodoos come away with it. Long gets the puck up ice. McMillan tries to chip it in. And now it's going to be Bure getting it over to his captain, Ganoki. McMillan, the service. Service takes down his man. It's Mason. Mason tried to get a glove on it, but he couldn't get a handle on it. McMillan now takes a shot. It's blocked down by Dyer, high up in the air. And the puck goes back out to the neutral zone for Long to go after. Fullerton knocks the puck back in. And it's going to be Pelegi who gets it up to Mason. Mason behind his net. Chased around by Long. Gets it back to Bax. Or Etche, rather. And the puck gets down to Kelly in the Voodoo zone. Now looking up ice. Fanned out, dumping or attempt. Couldn't get out as the linesman stops it. Now comes to McDonald. And McDonald gives the Voodoos a 2-0 lead. And quickly Powassan doubles their lead. Nathan McDonald's third on the season with 13:05 left in the second period.
Yeah, that was a nice play there at the blue line to get through when there's a little bit of chaos to get that puck, get out free to have room to make a shot and get your team up with a little insurance marker there.
Yeah, certainly couldn't help. Dyer, again, had a really good game against the Espanola Paper Kings in Sudbury at the NOJHL Showcase, which was our first game of the 8 games that we played or did over those 2 days. Shots on goal 20-12 in favor of the Voodoos. Ricci up to Smetham, gets it back to Risman. Risman skates it up through the ice. Nice little move by Risman, tries to get the puck out to Dyer. Dyer nearly knocked that into a Voodoos player. Risman now throwing his weight around after showing off his mitts. And the puck gets out to O'Brien in the neutral zone. O'Brien battling Mason for it. And Smetham comes away with it. Smetham comes away, he gets it in. He's looking for a chance, and it's nice save by Dyer, who knocked it down in the blue paint, but there was no Voodoo player there that was able to knock that one in. Risman looks up ice for Smetham, but it hits Mason's stick. And now going the other way is Campanella. Cut comes in. Flageau can't find it. And he's just going to lay down in the crease. And we're going to get some rough stuff here as Flageau couldn't find the puck, so he just laid right down and somehow kept that one out of the net.
Yeah, that got a little lucky there for Powassan. And I have to, comment on the other end that DeWeer's, he's really keeping them in the game. If it wasn't for him, we might be seeing a wider gap in the score right now.
Yeah, Powassan really playing a dominating game here so far. And, French River's had their chances for sure. But right now, 2 of the 20 shots against Dyer have gone in, whereas Flageau's made all 12 that he's faced. And also we're going to see some 4-on-4 action here now after that rough stuff. As there's the Voodoos players. Bure takes a shot. Bax takes the second attempt. And Flageau stops that one. So that'll be Russell in the box for Rapids for roughing. And I missed the Voodoos player who's in the box for roughing. So offsetting Miners, 4-on-4 hockey, lots of open ice. Little looking for the puck, but it gets out to Bure. Yanaki, he knocks it down. Gets it up, can't get it through the ice though. Boucher takes the shot. It goes wide of Flageau's net. Bure with the puck. Nice stick there by O'Brien, knocks it away, but Bure picks it back up and tries to come away with it behind the net. Little chasing after it as the puck goes out to the neutral zone. Boucher looking for his defense partner, Ganaki. Minute 20 left on the 4-on-4 action. And it goes back to Ganaki, the captain. Ganaki goes up ice. Looks to skate it through, and he does. He's going to send it behind the net, and Little's going to chase after it. Little looking up ice, and Patrick's going to have to be quick to chase after it with Bure. Bure on the boards. He's knocked down, as Patrick that is. And French River's going to go the other way. Back's looking up ice for Boucher. And Wilkie's going to have to chase after that one, as Boucher's the first one on it. Boucher looking to come away with the puck. He's going to send it over to Sir. Sir looking for some options, loses it to O'Brien. O'Brien losing the size battle to Sir on the boards, but a couple of Voodoos whacking away at it. That's Fullerton. Fullerton loses it. Behind the net go the Rapids. We're 23 seconds away from 5-on-5 hockey. Etche takes a shot. Flageau kicks that one away. Lots of action now here by the Rapids as they look up ice, but Thompson comes away with it. Thompson goes cross ice to Fullerton. Goes back to Thompson. Thompson takes the shot. Dyer stops that one. Second chance by Thompson. It's turned away by Dyer. Kelly. Back to Thompson. Thompson getting tangled up there by Campanella as we're back to 5-on-5. And Etche comes away with it. Tries to get it out, and Risman can't hold the line. Risman with some nifty skates around Russell and dumps it back in. Again, when you watch Risman, he might have started a little slow for Powassan, but just watching the natural talent that he has, it's no wonder why the battalion took him in the 4th round of the 2022 OHL priority selection. Sharp angle shot comes in, and Risman gets the rebound. Can't wait to see him in battalion green, that's for sure. Sir with the puck, he tries to knock it back in. Now he has it behind the net. It's been all French River here for the last little while. 9:21 left in the first, or in the second. Payer tries to knock that one in. It's going to hit the netting. And then we're going to have Payer and Thompson exchange some pleasantries. And that'll bring us to our mid-period break here. So we'll be right back with the front line after this.
This period is brought to you by Canada Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Visit canadacollege.ca/perks for more information.
2-0 is the score here in Powassan, Ben. The Voodoos having some good action here, I would say, but for the last few minutes, it's been all French River.
Yeah, at the start of the second period, the Voodoos were really strong. We saw a moment of Flageau being weak there. I thought, oh no, maybe he's lost it again. But he picked it up. He's looking steady again after that one shaky play. And Powassan's lucky that he's on his game because, as we were saying earlier, lucky it could be wider gap. It could be a lot closer of a gap as well.
Yeah, this is probably through, there's no wood for me to knock on other than my head, but this is probably the most complete game I've seen Flageau play in a Voodoos jersey so far this season. He only has 12 shots against, but some of them have been grade A scoring chances for sure.
Yeah, and when you have, you're out of the game and you're not playing, constantly taking shots, it's a lot harder to keep it in. Keep your head in the game.
Yeah, some goalies do thrive on that though, but other goalies like me, when I played road hockey, if I was on a dominated team, this is the only way I can equate it because it's road hockey and it's nowhere near this. I used to hate not getting shots against me. Like I would let in the first one every single time because you're not ready, you're not prepared. As here we go now with Wolf coming in, but Flageau comes out to play that one and knocks it away, and it's right back out to Payer in the neutral zone. Ganaki looking for some options as his team sets up. Bax picking it up from his captain behind the net and goes for a skate. It's cross ice for Racine. It's off his skates. And goes down the length of the ice as Racine kind of grabbed the back jersey of Wilkie and got around him. Racine going over to Bax. Bax gets it back to Boucher. He takes the shot. It goes wide. Quickly out front to Bax, and that one hits off the post and goes out wide of the net. Wilkie looking up ice, tries to get it to O'Brien. O'Brien, who scored the icebreaker in this one. It's now Ganaki who takes the shot, blocked twice on him. And they can't get the shot away to Flageau. And now we're going to get a stoppage in play here. Adam Morrell explaining something to one of the players. I wonder what the call was on that one. Our resident referee expert, Ben, I think it had something to do with the goaltender.
Yeah, it looked like when the goalie pulled his helmet off that one of the straps had come loose. So it's possible that the helmet had something happen, and a good referee picks up on those types of things and calls the play down before we can get, some serious injury.
Adam Morrell, not somebody I would classify as a good referee.
I'm not going to make those comments.
I feel like I'm allowed to. Adam, I know you listen back to these games afterwards. That one's for you, buddy. I'm going to get some nice messages either tonight or tomorrow from him on Facebook, guaranteed. Laurent gets the puck over quickly, and the shot comes in from Boucher, and Flageau stops that one. One thing I've noticed about Flageau is earlier in the game, he still had some issues with his rebound control. Lately, he's done pretty good at just smothering them and keeping them close.
Yeah. He seems to be settling down and settling in, and that's common for goalies, that if you're not right on your game, you'll give up rebounds.
Puck goes around the back of the net. And now Thompson gets it in. The far side half wall, taking some hits. Racine and Thompson going at it now. Voodoos come away with it. That's McDonald who takes the shot. I think Dyer got a piece of it, but he couldn't figure out where it was. Bit of a tangle up there in the corner. And now the Rapids looking to set the play up. Voodoos just letting them go about their action here. Now the Rapids try to get through the neutral zone and miss two Voodoos players. And the Rapids go into the zone finally. Boucher takes the shot. It's blocked. Knocked off the puck by McDonald, and the Voodoos regain possession. Kelly comes in. He takes the shot, and he scores! Jack Kelly with back-to-back goals, with goals in back-to-back home games, snipes that one right past Dyer. That's his 5th of the season, and the Voodoos find themselves in a 3-0 lead.
And that ties them for a lead in goals on the Voodoos right now.
Yeah, so that ties him in a three-way tie.
Smetham.
Yeah, a three-way tie with Shields and Reese Smetham. So Jack Kelly starting to turn it on a little bit here. Unassisted goal is the credit. That's what the referees tell the announcer, and sometimes you're like, are you sure? And then you get some of the players that say, no, I got an apple on that.
Yeah, I've heard Chris Dawson talking about going in to correct those.
Yeah, so always keep an eye on the official NOJHL website after the game. They'll have the official scoring, as there's going to be a penalty right there as McMillan's taken down at the blue line. So the Voodoos will find themselves up on the man advantage again. French River, I can guarantee this, that their head coach, general manager, Paul Fistraglio, is probably losing his mind on the bench right now, that they have yet to get a power play in this game. That being said, your team has been, when they've been penalized, it's for valid calls, for sure.
Yeah, they're...
Oh, they have had one power play, rather, sorry.
Yeah.
They have had one power play. But Powassan getting a lot more chances here. Smetham comes in, takes the shot. Dyer looking all sorts of uncomfortable on that save, but he somehow kept it out. And that'll be another break here.
Yeah, it looked like he didn't expect to have that shot coming in on him.
No. So that's Will Burre and his return to the Powassan Sportsplex in the penalty box. And French River gets the puck down the length of the ice. Wilkie and Racine go for escape, but it's going to be Racine who wins the foot race. And it's back up to Payer. He's trying to kill time. He sends it on Flageau, who knocks it down and gives it to Wilkie. Racine coming in rather aggressively. And now he's playing head games with Flageau. And now it's going to be Little, who drops it back for Patrick. Patrick back to Wilkie at the point. Wilkie walks the line. He takes the shot, and it was tipped almost in, but then finally Patrick gets it past Dyer. It's a 4-0 hockey game here as Ryan Patrick says, why not make it a four-way tie with his 5th of the season?
Man, that's a good thing to be seeing, you know. Not only is the scoring not super low numbers, but you're seeing it spread, right? There was one, I forget what team it was. Someone had evenly spread goal scoring, but it was like one goal for everyone.
Kirkland Lake.
Kirkland Lake, yeah. And we're not seeing that with Powassan.
No.
Now, we also should mention, that's 2 power play goals this game so far.
It's the front line. We're doing it.
We will take all of the credit.
Yes, head coach Peter Goulet. It was us. Long goes after the puck, and that was just a strange one that it almost was tipped wide, but then Patrick found the puck back on his stick and was able to get it past Dyer. And now it feels like the ice is tilted down towards French River's zone a little bit here with 5:42 left as French River skates it up ice and gets it into the Voodoos zone. Campanella. And now we have a bit of a scrum on the near side wall. Again, thanks for joining us on Hockey TV and the Frontline YouTube page. We appreciate the support from near and far. As we still got a little bit of a scrum going on. Puck comes out to Sir. Sir takes the shot, and Flageau had to be good on that one. And he got the puck up on his shoulder. And now Flageau kind of getting into the thick of things with Risman and the French River players. They start pushing each other. But Flageau got his hand in there trying to stop Risman, perhaps, with 5:13 left.
It looked like he was trying to keep Risman out of trouble more than he was trying to get himself into it.
Yeah, but usually you see goalies just immediately hop up and go the other way.
Yeah.
So, Cannon Flageau trying to say to his boys, hey, you know, it's a 4-0 lead. No reason to get into some post-whistle theatrics.
Come on, guys, we don't need any more power plays against us. Let's keep it cool here.
Yeah, pretty much. Fullerton gets it up to Sturge. We'll have Kelly going the other way. Over to McDonald. McDonald takes the shot. It's kicked away by Dyer. Thompson leaves it for Kelly. Now Thompson left it, picks it back up. Thompson skates to the blue line. Goes cross ice to Sturge. Sturge back to Thompson. Thompson takes the shot. It was nearly tipped in the net, but it went wide. Puck goes down the length of the ice, past Flageau's net. Fullerton taken down by Bure on the no icing call. Fullerton gets the puck, knocks it into the corner. French River regains possession. Bure. And it's going to be Powassan now skating up ice. Thompson quickly in. That one's turned away. Russell waiting for that puck. But Wilkie came in and stopped that one from developing. Sends the puck in down to the Rapids zone. And we'll get a nice and call with 4:15 left in the second. The Voodoos have a 4-0 lead. Keep in mind, it was 0-0 at the start of this period.
Yeah. I mean, the shots haven't looked like they've flipped too much either way, though. Powassan's doing a good job of keeping the puck going at the net that they want it to.
Shot comes in. Flageau had to come out of his net a little bit, wanted to stop that one. And we'll get another quick stoppage and play. 25-15 are the shots on goal as well. So Powassan just controlling all sorts of action here in the French River zone. But French River still getting their chances.
Yeah, one thing I'd be interested to see, and I don't know if this is a stat that's tracked at this level, but face-offs.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that at some point. French River is definitely winning their fair share. Thompson looking up to O'Brien. O'Brien gets a nice little pass there. As now flying in is Patrick. As he caught a bit of Dyer as he was trying to stop. But he looks like he's going to be okay, and same with Dyer.
Yeah, and this game's starting to get a little testy here. So the linesmen, you can see as soon as the whistle goes, they're quick to get in there, make sure it doesn't get too far out of hand.
Yeah, they want to make sure everything's going okay, and everyone's going to be able to get out of this game without any major suspensions or anything. Back to Wilkie at the point. He takes the shot. Dyer blocks that one away. French River looking up ice now. As it's left for, or it's dumped in rather by the Rapids. Wilkie couldn't get the puck to follow him. And the puck's back out to the point and knocked cross ice in the Voodoo zone. Snyder trying to keep that one in. Knocks that one down. We're getting a hand pass call. It's Adam Morrell right on that one. Stopping that one. Voodoo's programs are back. So come on down to the game.
Yeah.
Check out these programs.
And Game Day Steve is back.
Game Day Steve is back. He does have an article in the program. He was back, at the beginning of the year, but
that's what the article says. So
yeah. But come out and get your Voodoos program. A little bit out of date now, though, with Will Burray still in there. And Chase Thompson not, of course. But if you come to the game and you get a lucky program, you can take a chance to shoot the puck for $10 out on the ice. And hey, get a good chance to make some extra cash when you come to the Voodoos game. It almost pays for itself.
They'll pay for a couple hot dogs and a drink.
Yeah, there you go. Come on down to the Sportsplex. See the value in what the Voodoos do and put some butts in the seats. As now we just have some whacking going on in the near side corner. And another stoppage in play here. 3 minutes as the back half of the second period is just, after the fourth goal, ground to a halt.
Yeah, and on the topic of butts and seats, I'm constantly amazed by the turnout that we have here in Powassan for the size of the community to get the amount of people that we have out here. It really is an amazing teamwork, I think, between this team and this town.
Quick shot coming by Surf. Lejeau stops that one. And yeah, you know what? This is probably the most or the least amount of fans we've seen in the rink this year, but that's because it's Wednesday.
Yep.
Not many people are thinking at work, oh man, I want to go out and see a hockey game on a Wednesday.
And I think more than that, you'd go on take their kids out at 7 o'clock at night to a hockey game.
Yeah, exactly. So a Wednesday night game at the Sportsplex, not necessarily high on anyone's list, but as Pelagi now knocks that one away. Back over to Pelagi, but still a good, solid showing here. And just a really good initiative here in the Powassan community to have the Voodoos here. And they're always a strong team, winning a championship a few years ago. Robbed of a championship in 2020 by gestures at the world. Sir, out front, takes the shot. It's off the post. And it hits the roof and goes out of play. With French River having one of their better goal-scoring opportunities there. And after it felt like the Voodoos had tilted the ice down in French River's end, it feels like the Rapids have given a bit of pushback here in this one.
Yeah, they're fighting to stay in the game.
Nothing at the start of the period. It's 4-0 now. Powassan leads. Shot from the captain, Ganaki, comes in. And it's gloved down by Flegeau.
And a big thing to point out is that Powassan got 4 goals in this period. There's nothing to say that French River can't get 4 in the next one.
That's exactly it. You hope to see Flegeau continue his strong period, or his strong play.
And the coach is going to go into the room saying, let's put up a strong period and get some stars in those 3 stars.
Service. Game through the neutral zone, up to McMillan. McMillan over to Service. Service's tip attempt just went wide of the net. No smile on the face of Service as of yet.
I thought he was going to make me look like a genius right there, but he just didn't quite do it for me.
Well, can't have that. Can't have Ben Long looking like a genius. The guy's only running the computer, the sound, the camera. Can't have him make him look. Can't have him looking like a genius.
Uh-oh.
Did you break something?
I think I broke something.
Uh-oh.
Not entirely sure what yet.
Uh-oh. Well, the play's back underway, and we're still broadcasting, so you can't see what's going on, but I can tell you right now, the puck hit the roof, and we're going to get a stoppage in play. It's almost as if on cue when we're talking about you being a genius.
Well, you're saying you can't have me looking like a genius, and here we are, can't have it.
EOS webcam utility is got a red light there, so I sound like a genius when I say stuff like that.
There you go.
Not really. I worked at Best Buy. I didn't know anything about technology. That's why I'm here calling a hockey game. As the puck's back into the Rapids zone, a minute 30 left on the clock. 25-17 are the shots in favor of Powassan. Backs, getting it through the neutral zone. Feathers it down to the Voodoos zone. Flageau missed it with the stick. And now it goes wide of the net. And we're back here. And, we have some action now as the Rapids score. And that's Payer putting it past Flageau. So before the end of the period, the Rapids with a little bit of momentum with that goal, and that'll be Payer's, where is it here? First of the season, and against his former team in Powassan.
You could say Payer's looking for a payday.
He is. He's looking to earn himself one of those 3 stars after the game, too.
Yeah.
Puck coming in, and we're back underway here. So Flageau has 18 shots against, 17 saves as the Rapids, after a few minutes of hard work, get one past him. Etche loses the handle on it. Now Gravel skates in. Gravel takes the shot. It's wide of the net. Scott trying to get some options. And it's back out into the neutral zone. 40 seconds left in the period. And it's back to Rismond. Rismond goes up ice. And Gravel chases after it. Boucher and Gravel on the boards. Vassos, another newcomer to Powassan, played his first game last week against Kirkland Lake. And it's up into the neutral zone now. A big hit in the neutral zone on Laron. And it's going to be Mason who brings it in, but he's going to be judged as offside. So, we're going to get another stoppage in play here with 14.9 seconds left.
So yeah, it looks like we're going to do some looking at what's causing these issues here. But,
well, we have an intermission coming up, so we'll be good. Again, thank you for sticking by us in this one. Etche sends the puck cross ice, and it's going to go in. And Thompson's going to chase after it. Knocking down McDonald, and the shot comes in. Flageau's going to glove that one down. Looking every bit like a gold glove caliber defense or goaltender on that one. 25-19 are the shots right now. 4-1 Voodoos lead. And now we see McDonald be exchanged for Patrick on the Voodoos side of things. And that's going to be about what does it here in this second period. 4-1, Powassan leads after 40 minutes of play. Shots on goal 25-19. So the Voodoos scoring 4 in that period. French River scoring 1. But French River coming away with the most recent goal, Ben. And again, just a bit of an action-packed period between the two teams.
yeah, a little hectic for me too here in the tech side of things, but I think it's smoothed out and we're going good again. But yeah, that was an interesting period or exciting period of hockey for us to be watching here.
For sure. And all I'm going to say is don't touch anything ever again.
Yeah.
But on that note, keep your eye on the front line. We'll be back after this.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sukram, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
Tonight's 3 Stars is brought to you by Dave's Automotive Services, 411 Airport Road in North Bay. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect from Dave's.
And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex. Yes, we will have the 3 stars of the game, post-game, of course. Lots of Voodoos, I'm sure, will be on those 3 stars of the game.
Yeah.
If the score holds up, that is.
If they keep playing the way they are, they're the only team that deserves to be on there.
And just a recap, after this 40 minutes of play, the shots on goal are 25-19 in favor of the Voodoos. And the Voodoos have a 4-1 lead. And this just in, our crew that were doing the Nipissing Lakers football game, or soccer game, but football if you're over in the UK, they won their game 1-0. It was the first ever playoff win at home. So congratulations to the Nipissing Lakers.
Good on them.
And midway through the second period in the NOJHL, the only other game on this hockey Wednesday in the Noj is the LA Lake Red Wings against the Sioux Thunderbirds, and the Red Wings have a 1-0 lead midway through the first period. So it'll be interesting to see if that score holds as we get going here in Powassan. Once again, the Voodoos in their home greens are going right to left in this one. The Rapids in their road whites going left to right. Down into the Rapids zone. Payer, the lone goal scorer so far for French River, gets the puck up to Bure, the 2 former Voodoos connection. Russell sends it in. Flageau kicks that away. Big juicy rebound there, and Bure picks it up. Penalty coming now to Smetham for holding, which, if you saw that one in the corner, yeah, he got his arm right around Bure, and hard to deny that penalty.
Yeah, there's not much you can say when stuff like that gets called against you.
No, especially when you're right in front of the referee.
Yeah.
Pretty easy call.
He had a good view of that one.
So the Voodoos starting off this period with on the penalty kill. Puck back to Russell. Russell up to Bure, back to Bax. Bax played hard by service. Gets it back to Bure. Bure loses the handle on it, but it's left behind the net now for the Rapids. Bit of a scrum ensuing. As the 2 teams now battle against the puck. 3 out of the 4 Voodoos players are in the corner. As the puck comes out, And it stays there a little bit longer, but they get it back to Russell at the point. Russell looking for some options. Gets it back to Backs. Backs over to Russell. Russell tries to get the shot away, but it's right in front of Flageau's net. And Powassan clears it, and it goes down the length of the ice. And Dyer will come out to play it. Minute 12 left on the man advantage now for French River. Looking to have the lead. It's 4-1. They're looking for their second goal of the game. And now it's Ganoki who comes up with it, the captain for French River. Gets over to DeBuck. DeBuck tries to take the shot. It's blocked. And with a bouncing puck, O'Brien does a good job of getting it back down into the Rapids zone, but now he can't get a shot away as Ganoki grabbed onto his stick while he fell down and wouldn't let go. Risman playing the body with Bure. Sends the puck up the ice. Patrick was almost a step away, but instead it gets down to Dyer. Etche looking for some options. He's pressured by Patrick though. And down go the Rapids. 20 seconds left on the man advantage. Sturge picks up the puck. Tries to rim it around, but it's going to be Etche who comes away with it. Etche into his man in the corner. Leaves it back for Etche. That was Laurent. Etche gets it back to the point for Boucher. Boucher, as the man advantage is over, gets it out front quickly to Campanella. He can't convert. Quickly back out front to Etche, that was Laurent. He couldn't get his shot to go. It's back to Boucher at the point. And now Thompson skates away with it. Thompson coming in with some speed, takes the shot right into the chest of Dyer, who gloves that one down. And stoppage in play, so Powassan doing a good job of killing the early penalty. And now...
Yeah, French River looked like Powassan on that power play where they were doing a real good job moving it around the outside, getting that puck movement. But once it got into the middle, they weren't there to get it.
Powassan able to clog some things up. They played a lot of that power play down in the penalty kill in French River's zone too, actually, at one point. To the midway point of it as Ganaki looks for a spring pass for Russell. Instead, Flageau's going to play that one away. Wilkie dumps the puck down to the neutral zone. And it's going to come back to Little. Little skates in, looks across ice. And that'll be a nice save by Dyer as Little turns something out of nothing.
Yeah, and again, Dyer comes up big when it could be majorly the other way. Just like to point out that every time I see his name, I think of Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, Dyer's Eve.
Dyer Maker.
I'm thinking about Metallica now with Dyer's Eve. Spelt the same way. But yes, Dyer Maker. Well, now you gave me a good idea, Ben, and I can't stand it. Can't stand it, so hopefully he comes up with a big save. Wolf loses the handle onto Gravel. Vassos takes the shot, and they're taken out as bodies are falling everywhere in the French River zone. And now Ricci back to Risman. And Risman sends it back down into the Rapid zone for Sir. Sir looks up ice, but instead he's going to be harassed by Vassos. He gets it over to Ganaki. Vassos chasing Sir. Sir, who easily has about a foot and a half on Vassos. There's the two combatants on the far end. And now Ricci comes away with it. Ricci back out to Sir. Sir looks to take the shot he fanned on the attempt. And it's into the corner for Sturge. Sturge being chased by Campanella. But he loses the puck to Wolf. And then the Voodoos come back with it. Vassos goes cross ice to Gravel. The Trappers affiliated player. We'll see him in action here at the Sportsplex on the weekend against the U16 Sudbury Nickel Capitals. Teams change, but the team names don't when it comes to the Great North Midget League. As the puck comes in, as we've only seen North Bay play a Sudbury team so far this year. Mason comes out, Flageau stops that one. And when it comes to our Trappers broadcast, we've only seen the U18 Trappers take on the U18 Nickel Capitals, and that'll be the U16 Nickel Capitals. No battalion game this week, though, as they're in the West. You can check out the newest episode of the Frontline Podcast with special guest Kyle McDonald, who talks about going back to Windsor for potentially his last OHL game. He was traded from Windsor to North Bay.
Yeah, North Bay won pretty handily in that deal, I think.
Yeah, Josh Curry now on his way, the other part of that, on his way to Kingston. Patrick chases after that one, and that's going to go for icing. And 18 goals in 28 games last year and 2 and 3 this year for Kyle McDonald. So, I mean, the proof is in the proof.
Well, I mean, not only that, the fact that he went to the NHL camp, stuck around for so long.
Went to Belleville.
Yeah.
Went to main camp for his childhood team, the Ottawa Senators.
And that was just on an invite, was it not?
It was. Anyways, he talks about going west, and a lot of the battalion players, the shot comes in, Flageau kicks that one aside, and it's caught up in his pads, and he makes the save. But he talks about how a lot of his battalion teammates, outside of himself, maybe Winslow, and maybe Paul Christopoulos, because Liam Arnsby was injured the last time the teams went through this road trip, which was pre-COVID. Those are about the only 3 players that have played in any of these rinks in the Western Conference that aren't Sault Ste. Marie.
Now, Christopoulos is playing against his brother in that game as well.
On Thursday night in Windsor, that's correct. And then the battalion draw the London Knights on a Friday night, which that's basically the OHL's version of Hockey Night in Canada is Friday night in London. So, Service skates around, gets it up to Long. Really shows some options here. McMillan coming in, makes the save, and that's Dyer stopping that one. But basically...
I disagree. I think Hockey Night in Canada is Sunday afternoon at Memorial Gardens.
I agree with you, but it's good to see the OHL giving some respect on North Bay after the season they had last year, putting them on a Friday night game in London, which I've never been to Budweiser Gardens there in London, but I've heard only good things.
Yeah. My brother's been to a few London night games as he lives in the area.
I'll make sure he gets out to the battalion game on Friday. Again, putting butts in seats. It might be helping London, but hey, McDonald comes away. Ricci with a good stick stops that one up. Ricci gets it back up to his version of McDonald, Nathan McDonald, and the shot goes wide of the net. Back down the ice, Boucher has to chase it. There will be no icing as it comes off the shot from the Rapids. So Boucher looking for some options as Dyer holds up his hands to kind of block the view for Thompson. Thompson falling to a knee as the Rapids try to get into the Voodoo zone, and they get it in finally. Rismond has been all over the ice in this one for Powassan. Looks to skate the puck up. He tries to get a pass off to Thompson, but it was out of his reach, and that'll go for icing as French River tags up. So with 14:04 left here in the third period, the score remains 4-1 in favor of Powassan. 27-22 are the shots on goal in favor of Powassan as well.
Yeah, just to make 2 quick comments. One, what you said earlier, all we do is put butts in seats, Courtney. That's what we do at the front line. The second thing is, I haven't seen Risman at the start of the season. He wasn't looking that strong, but now he's really picking up his play in the last few games that we've seen.
Yeah, he's looked really good. Again, I'm calling it now, future frontline guest on the podcast. Wolf dumps it in. And it's back to Sturge. Sturge now going to skate the puck up the ice. Gains the red line and dumps it back in. Gravel chasing after on the near side wall, misses the handle on that, and Sir comes away with it. Now it's Campanella going the other way. Campanella trying to get to the net, gets it in on Flageau. Flageau knocks that one away. And Ganaki tries to get to that one. Sturge taking the hit, gets it up to Gravel. Gravel goes cross ice looking for Vassos. And it just hit a stick in front and bounced down the ice. Wolf gets taken down by Vassos, but he doesn't lose the handle on it. And Campanella sends it up into the neutral zone for O'Brien to dump that one back in. Dyer stopping that one with a stick. And now we're going to have a delayed penalty against the Voodoos as Dyer leaves his net. And now we have the puck going the other way. Backs knocks that one down, and Powassan's going to tag that one up. And referee Adam Morell had his arm up longer than he was up Saturday night at a little get-together that we were at. Hit the ground pretty hard. It was a little funny to watch.
You know, I would have enjoyed seeing that. If we had a Jumbotron here and could play that, I think the fans would get a good kick out of that as well, you know?
Oh, I'm sure. The fans love it when referees fall down all the time.
It's true.
So.
And this is once without a helmet.
It's true. And just another quick little plug, new segment here on the front line as well. Tommy's Troops Trivia. That's Tommy Wong of Country 600 CKAT fame. Used to have quite the sparring matches with head coach of the battalion, Stan Butler, post-game live. Now they're buddies, but Tommy's moved away. He's now running a golf course in Mississauga, and he's taken the time to rejoin us here and join the Frontline family and host some trivia. Matt and Courtney go head-to-head in the trivia. Is there a winner? Guess you'll have to listen. Puck goes around now. The Voodoos have, Rapids rather, have possession again. Backs with it. 12-10 left in this period. Minute 19 left on the power play. Service gets it out, and Flageau is just going to wisely get down on that one.
Yeah, he's keeping up a strong play. Earlier in the game when Powassan was walking away with control, I think we came into this period 25-14 in terms of shots. Powassan's got 2. French River's put nearly another 10 on the board.
And we're only
no
8
goals
minutes
either
in.
way.
We're only 8 minutes into the period.
Yeah.
Puck back to the neutral zone for Boucher. Boucher dumps it back in. Flageau goes out and leaves it for his defenseman. Risman, who's practically sitting on the boards, just dumps it down the length of the ice for Dyer to go out and play. Dyer leaves it for his defenseman. Rapids look to go the other way. That's Etche. Etche looking up ice. 45 seconds left on the man advantage now. And that's a big hit there. And that is an offside call coming, as Snyder slid into the Voodoo zone after being hit by Fullerton. And then Campanella basically carried the puck in, as Snyder was a good foot inside the offensive zone.
Yeah.
11:29 left in the third, 41 seconds left on the man advantage. Waiting for the drop here of the puck. That's Kelly who knocks that one back. The French River gains the first possession. Again, the Nipissing Lakers coming away with a 1-0 victory in their soccer playoff game today against U of T. As the puck goes cross ice, Flageau kicks that one aside. And now it's going to be Laurent who tries to take the screen to Temp. But now going the other way is Alex Little. Little skating up the ice trying to get by Etche. And Dyer stops that one as Little's knocked into the net and knocks Dyer over. Laurent and Little now exchanging some pleasantries in the net. The objective is to get the puck in the net, not get the bodies in the net. If that was the case, it would be 2 goals scored on that play.
Yeah, 1 goal for each team.
Be a 5-2 hockey game.
That's some excitement right there.
It is.
Dyer. The one thing I'll say about the Nipissing winning, I don't like that because that takes away 2 of our guys here.
Yeah.
I could be doing just 1 job right now.
It's true. It's true. And that's a quick icing call. Flageau tried to play that one, but it's going to miss his net instead and go for icing. That being said, it's a perfect time to give a bit of a promo Ben Long currently doing 2 jobs here, producing color. Well, 3 really. He's also our cameraman, along with Mike Brown, who's doing camera for the Hockey TV. Happy birthday, Mike, even though it's not your birthday anymore. You want to get into the broadcasting world. Ricci looks to take a shot, and Dyer gloves that one down. You want to get into the broadcasting world, you want to learn how to produce, you want to learn how to be on air? Well, give us a shout. Find us on social medias. We're always looking for extra people that'll be around to help us out with these broadcasts. We're looking to train. We're looking to pass on what we have learned, as Yoda would say in Star Wars Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back. You must be a Star Wars fan, though. I'm just kidding. You don't have to be. Please come and join us here at the front line as Ricci takes the shot. And also, if you like what you've heard as well, you can reach out to us and you want to get your business as a shot comes in, and Flageau just watch that one go wide as Laurent comes to get it, but Risman's just going to send that one down the length of the ice onto Dyer, so no icing. But if you're a business and you like what you hear, give us a shout and find out how we can advertise for you. Once again, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Might have a TikTok coming. Who knows?
Everyone does, so probably should.
Probably a good idea. You want to see us dance? No, you don't. But we'll do it. We'll also wish Mike a happy birthday once again, because that's all we're going to do on TikTok. Happy birthday, Mike. It's TikTok. It's not your birthday anymore, but whatever. 4-1 game. Back to the hockey game. 10-12 left as the face-off attempt comes in quickly on Flageau. And a bit of a late whistle on that one as Sir was looking for a bit of a rebound on that one, but none came.
I would just like to say, when you're Mike Brown, every day's your birthday.
That's true.
When you're a local business in Powassan, every day's a good day to advertise with the front line.
See what he's done? And this is Ben Long, who had no broadcasting experience a year ago. Listen how smooth he is with that. So there you go. We're hitting all three.
And a hometown guy.
There you go. Gravel sends that one in. Yeah, the Powassan games are a little bit less travel for you.
Yeah, it makes it nice
takes
after
the
the game.
shot. Dyer with the save. Sorry to cut you off, Ben. And then O'Brien throwing his man to the ice after the play.
And here we are at the mid-period break, so we'll cut away to that, and we'll be right back after.
This period is brought to you by Canadore Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news or access the alumni job portal. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks for more information.
4-1 hockey game. French River has really crawled their way back into the shot category at 30-25. Still in favor of Powassan, but still crawling their way back into this one, no less. Just not on the scoreboard yet.
No. And Kenan Flageau playing really well, looking real solid, making the saves when they need him to. In this period, they've needed him to. As I said at the end of last period, Powassan scored 4. In the second period, there's nothing stopping French River from scoring 4 in this period. But you know what? Kenan Flageau says, you can take that back. I'm stopping them from scoring 4 in this period.
Kenan Flageau looking to be one of our Dave's Auto 3-stars of the game for Powassan. Quickly, we'll recap our players to watch. For French River, we're looking at Will Burre, who's had some chances in this one, but also ran into some penalty trouble as well. Our player to watch, Ben, how are you feeling about Liam Service?
I haven't noticed him too much, but he has made a few good plays, and I thought he was going to make me look smart, but here we are.
And still some time as we're halfway through the third. Puck comes in back, sets up in the slot, takes the shot, and it's off a body and goes up into the roof here at the Sportsplex, which of course isn't a very high roof here in this rink.
No, there was a lot that when I heard Powassan was getting a junior team again, I was kind of surprised, given the arena, but they make it work well.
Minus a sound system, perhaps.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Backs back to McKay, takes the shot. Flageau turns that one away, and Patrick's there to shovel away the rebound, but French River keeps it in. Patrick goes around the other end. Smetham tries to send that one down the length of the ice. French River sends that one back in, and Smetham stops that one before he chips that one back down. French River now in their zone. That's McKay. Gets it back. He goes across to backs, up to Burre. Burre just avoiding a big hit from Little. The Voodoos bench enjoying that one. And now it's Smetham up to O'Brien. And it's a 4-on-1 for Powassan. Back quickly over to Smetham. Smetham comes around, takes the shot, and he gets that one in the back of the net. A 4-on-1 for Powassan makes the score 5-1.
Yeah, you got to capitalize on those ones, and they did in grand fashion right there. As I'm busy moving the camera, I didn't get to watch it very well, but I'm going to enjoy looking back at that one after the game and seeing the magic there.
Smetham breaks the tie as the leading goal scorer on the Voodoos, as that's his 6th of the season. The offensive onslaught. And it was a 4-on-1 by the Voodoos. Quick shot in on Dyer, and he kicks that one aside. Delayed offside, giving French River some time. And a dump out attempt hits the shin pad of McMillan and goes up over the net or glass into the netting.
I can't help but think, but Dyer just hadn't seen too much action in this period, and go from nothing to a 4-on-1. I feel bad for the kid in net there.
To be fair, the Service takes the shot trying to make you look smart again. To be fair, Smetham was in all alone and deked him out pretty good.
Yeah.
And also, a 4-on-1, you have to think the percentages go heavily in Powassan's favor on that one,
for
too.
sure, right? Like, there's...
You don't see many 4-on-1s in hockey.
I know I've seen a few at the Old Timers in Trout Creek there, and they just kind of give up before it even starts. You're like, all right.
Yeah, there's no back check. If you're the goalie, what's going through your mind on that one if you're in the Old Timers of Trout Creek?
Well, another one's going in the back of the net.
Quick stoppage and play here.
There's a penalty. McMillan going to the bench for holding.
No, it looks like service.
Oh, yeah, no service.
McMillan went to the bench with service is going to go off for holding. So Powassan, minutes after making it 5-1, are now on the penalty kill again. If the penalty kill looks anything like it did in the first bit of this period, though, it looked pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, they keep up what they were doing. They're not in too much trouble right now.
Service actually getting a holding the stick penalty. And it's back to Ganaki to start this power play. Ganaki, back to Bax. Over to Bure, to Bax. Bax takes the shot, Flageau stops that one, and it got by him. They tried to shovel it in, but it couldn't get past all the bodies in front. And the Voodoos clear that one down the ice. 8 minutes left in the third. And that'll kill 35 seconds. And then we have another stoppage in play, as Flageau having some more equipment issues.
Which is convenient for me because, for some reason, the camera decided to stop working on me.
Uh-oh. Oh. Killed it again. We gotta stop talking about you being a genius. 7:58 left in the third, 1:38 left on the power play. Looks like Flageau's having some mask issues all game long. This is the second time he's done this. French River arguing with the linesman as to where the face-off, ensuing face-off should be. They, again, trying to figure out where it is. As of right now, it looks like it's coming near the French River blue line on the near side.
Yeah, I gotta imagine they're arguing that it should be down in the Powassan end because the whistle was called because of Powassan.
The linesman and referees saying nope. And the Voodoos getting a face-off win, and they knock it back down into the French River zone. Kanaki, now with some speed, into the Voodoo zone. Tries to skate around Sturge, and he does, but Sturge takes him out into the boards. Bure now tries to get around Little. Little and Bure have been battling all night long, and the puck comes out into the slot, but Little's able to get that one down the ice as Bax takes out his feet. Bax looking for his stick. It's in the neutral zone, nowhere near where Little was, as he was looking around, but he picks it up finally, and now Boucher carries it through the neutral zone with Kelly hot on his heels. Dumping it down, McDonald just decides to get the puck up against the boards with 50 seconds left on the man advantage for French River. That's a boarding call right there. You can hear the boards make the booming noise up here in the corner as it looks like French River's going to nullify their man advantage now.
Yeah, and the player's making his case to the referee, but you know what? As good of a lawyer as any player may turn out to be after the game, I've never seen them win their case against the referees.
No, so if you do go away to law school, you're already starting off 0 and whatever happened in your hockey career.
Yeah.
Not good odds if I'm looking for a lawyer.
No, but you know what? I'll take Ken Dryden any day.
Yeah. I think a lot of people would, including those 1970s Montreal Canadiens teams.
Yeah.
Couple of Stanley Cups, I think.
Speaking of which, saw a meme today. Since 1967, Jennifer Lopez, 6 rings. Toronto Maple Leafs, 0.
All right, I'm done. Bye.
Now, my coworker, who's a Maple Leafs fan, also said, well, I don't think Montreal has that many. I'm like, I think they got a bunch.
Yeah, they got.
And they got
5 in the 70s in a row, I think.
10 since 67.
Wow. So 14 of those rings came with the original 6, 10 came after. Although their drought and a Canadian team's drought getting pretty lengthy, getting up to 30 years if no one wins a cup this year from Canada.
Yeah.
And Montreal, Boucher coming in, takes the shot, it's just wide of the net. And that one's sent back to the blue line for Etche. Automatic game misconduct So the penalty going to be a couple of minutes here for the Rapids. And it's 4-on-4 for another 5 seconds. French River just carrying on to the puck. And now quickly Thompson trying to get a 2-on-1 starting with Long. French River did a good job of halting that one. 6 minutes left in the third. Back to Fullerton. Voodoos on the power play now. As Fullerton tries to skate the puck down the ice, but Laurent stops that one. And is stopped off of the neutral zone. And Thompson sends that one down the ice. Boucher looks to try and get the puck out. He can't. Smetham, the most recent goal scorer, with the puck. He can't make anything happen, so he holds on to it. Gets it back to the blue line to Wilkie, to O'Brien. O'Brien sending it in, and a good tip by Patrick, and is stopped by Dyer. Dyer had to be sharp on that one, and the puck sent down the ice once again. Joe comes out to play it. Less than a minute, that's all I can tell you on the Powassan power play. Little up the ice. Looking for some options. He skates it into the corner. Shovels it back to Wilkie. Wilkie goes cross ice to O'Brien. O'Brien takes the shot. It's blocked in front. Smetham tries to get to it. Bure gets to it first though. And then Patrick gets it. Back to Wilkie. To Little. We're running out of time on the man advantage with a shot, and it just goes wide. Little, who was pinching, wasn't able to take the puck, and now comes out Snyder. Snyder comes in with some speed. He's taken out in the slot by O'Brien with 4:50 left here in the third. Wilkie looking to go up ice. Etche, or Payer, sends that one back in. And just to finish my Montreal Canadiens comment, I was going to say, it's going to be 30 years since the Habs won a cup, so it is getting up there. I mean, It's not as bad as the Leafs, nearly as bad as the Leafs. 30 years since the last Canadian team won, happening to be the Montreal Canadiens in 1993. And I'm going to go on a limb and say Montreal's probably not going to win the cup this year.
I don't think it's in the cards.
But a Canadian team could still win the cup. Edmonton, Calgary, Toronto, even Ottawa is starting to get pretty strong. Those look to be the main contenders. But let's be honest, Toronto has to win a playoff round before we get to that point. Gravel through the neutral zone takes the shot, and Dyer with the stop.
Speaking about Montreal, hey, that was a good one.
It took you a little while.
It took me a second. But yeah, on Montreal's future, Joe Verbetik's putting up some pretty great numbers in the ECHL right now.
He is.
It's a couple steps down, but...
Former Powassan Voodoo as well.
Yeah. But yeah, he's 2 goals against and over 920 save percentage or something like that.
Yeah, Joe Verbetik had a strong year here in Powassan a couple of years ago. Had a few strong seasons in North Bay as well. Of course, his time in North Bay, his first season was a rebuilding year, but he really turned it on in the second half of that season. But then unfortunately for him, what would have been his second full year in the league, wiped out entirely by the COVID-19 pandemic. And then last year being the 1A to Dom DiVincentis' 1B in North Bay, part of probably the strongest goalie tandem in the OHL.
But it just goes to show you, we see some great kids come up through the NOJHL. 4 years ago, we had a guy that's now playing pro hockey making his debut here.
Yeah, exactly, Joe Verbetik. And even before that, we had Justin Brazeau had a quick cup of coffee here.
Yep.
On his way up the ranks. Colton Point as well, playing some games here in Powassan.
Yep.
Justin Brazeau, kills me to say, now with the Boston Bruins organization. He did sign with the Toronto Marlies initially, after leaving the battalion, a 2-year deal. He started with the ECHL's Newfoundland Growlers, put up 55 points in his rookie year in the ECHL, so I mean that's pretty impressive.
That's not too shabby.
Then unfortunately has to play for the Marlies during the COVID year, so didn't really get going, didn't really get much ice time. He did start in the top 6, but couldn't get it going, and then he started last year with the Maine Mariners of the ECHL, as we're just having some ice issues here in Powassan with 4:30 left in the third. But yeah, got it going pretty good with the Maine Mariners before getting called up pretty much full-time to the Providence Bruins. And Justin Brazeau, I must say, he was a joy to watch when he played in North Bay.
Yeah. I know for I don't think I saw him play for the battalion, but I know I played him a bunch of times in the NHL. And that was, him and Coe. I think it was Coe's rookie year was the last year that I actually played NHL regularly right through.
Yeah.
And so Coe started down on the fourth line.
Yeah.
And by the end, he was first line material, and last year he was sure for that.
Yes, he was for the battalion. I mean, him and Mitchell Russell, who's also, both of them are in the San Jose Sharks organization. I believe Coe is with the Barracuda. Russell's playing with the Wichita Thunder in the ECHL right now. But both of them with the San Jose Sharks organization. And I must say, both of them, a combined 188 points last year for the North Bay Battalion. It doesn't get much more dangerous than that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you knew who the other teams were going to be targeting.
But then when
it didn't stop them anyway.
No, it didn't stop them anyway.
Until they ran into the sheriff.
No
Sheriff
Wi-Fi. Yeah, Sheriff Wi-Fi, Arbor Jackeye. I don't know how you get Jackeye from that last name. It's like it starts with an X. Come on, it should be Zackeye. Anyways.
Well, I think it probably is something like that where it's like it's not Jackeye, it's Jackeye.
Yeah.
So I think the ZH makes the J. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. We can talk about the English language and how silly it is later. That's how you can tell that we're really trying to pad the time right now, as we're still having ice issues. Happy birthday, Mike Brown. Cameraman.
I talk about semantics of the English language all the time just for fun.
It's just a silly, here's the thing is I'm really glad that I didn't have to learn the English language. I was born into it.
Yeah.
It's just what you do, right?
Yeah.
I'm really glad that I didn't, English is my second or third language where I'm trying to learn it. I give all the props in the world to people that have to try and learn this language. The same word means 20 different things. It's all about how you say it, the way, your tone. As we're about to get back underway here for the final 4:30 left in the third. 5-1 hockey game between Powassan and French River. The Voodoos lead. And now it's Campanella quickly down the other way. Campanella taking the shot. That one's stopped by Flageau, and Campanella taking hard into the boards. And he's slow to get up. But he does get up under his own power, but he hit the boards, and he hit the boards hard.
Yeah, that was a loud thud when he went in there.
Lots of speed from Campanella. He's been one of the more dangerous players on the Rapids this year in 17 games. He has 3 goals and 3 assists for 6 points. Well off the team lead, but he has looked good in all the games I've seen him play so far this year. And again, just having a bit of a strong year as well with those 6 points. And don't want to see any player get hurt, so good to see him get back up. Etche trying to battle his way back in. And Service, who comes away with the puck, but he can't get it past the French River players and out of the zone. Campanella dumps that one back in. Wilkie back to Fullerton. Fullerton looks up ice to Service, and it's just off his skate. McMillan with Service. Tries to feed Service, but he can't get it, and McMillan tries to knock that one past with a backhand, and they can't get it to go. Campanella now couldn't get past Long. Long sends it back in. Etche tries to shovel that one up, and Bure comes and tries to get it further back down the ice. Little on the tip tries to get it to Service. But quickly a changing Rapids with Boucher comes out and gets it. And Little, with a puck bouncing everywhere, comes back to Flageau, who dove down to get it, but he didn't really have it. And the referee blew the play dead anyways. So I think French River has a bit of a legitimate gripe on that one. But it's all about if the referee can see the puck, and the referees couldn't see the puck.
Yep. And that's a big judgment call on the refs' part a lot of the time, and that's part of having humans make those calls.
Yep. As the puck comes in and stops quickly by Flageau. And I wouldn't want the job of a referee. I used to umpire baseball when I was younger.
Yeah.
Never do that job ever again. You can't pay these guys enough money to put up with what they put up with in the NOHA. I keep talking about it, but really with the underage referees wearing the green armbands to signify, stop abusing officials, because without them, we wouldn't have these games. So, again, I sympathize. It's a tough job to do, as aggravating as it can be watching an official sometimes. Looking at you, Adam Morrell.
Speaking of those green armbands.
Yeah, but, he knows it's all in good fun. Bure up to backs. But yes, great initiative by the NOHA to try and stop abusive officials. Because again, without them, we don't have these games. And as much as fans get upset by that, I think they'd be more upset by not having the games. If the pandemic is any sort of measuring stick for that. Vasso's taken down. He tried to get the puck out front, and Scott comes back and just takes the puck away from the Rapids. Now in the corner. Coming around with it. Powassan has the puck, but now they're knocked into the boards, and Gravel comes away with it. Gravel, checked by Bax, leaves the puck for Scott. Goes back to the blue line for Risman. Gravel nearly tipped that one in. That would have been his first NOJHL goal for the U18 Trapper. Scott sends the puck around behind the net. Sturge misses that one. Russell was almost there to take that one. 2 minutes left in the third period. Shots on goal really even up now, 33-30. Thompson couldn't find that one in his skates. Racine and sent down into the Rapids zone. And now goes the other way as McDonald for the Rapids. Knocked down as McDonald tries to kick the puck on net. That was Risman trying to play him. And now the two share some words. But Flageau stopping that one with 1:36 left in the third period. 5-1 Voodoos lead.
Yeah, and the shots have come awfully close now, 33-31. French River's been trying their best to make this game come their way, and Flageau said no.
He certainly looked pretty strong in this one, and just in. Finishing the third period is Elliott Lake with the shutout victory over the Sioux, 1-0. Big upset there in the West as Laurent comes away with it. Takes a shot. Flageau couldn't get a handle on it, so the puck keeps going. Thompson now just dumps the puck in. Wilkie's going to go after it, but Dyer plays that one away. Thompson in the corner with two Rapids, but the Voodoos come away with it. Kelly tried to stop that one up, but instead he kicks that one on net. And Dyer once again stopping that one. And even though it's a 5-1 victory, I think Dyer's had himself actually a pretty decent game in net for French River.
Yeah, he's been solid. He's some of the ones, like, you can't put any blame on him. 4-on-1, no blame on the goalie for that.
Yeah, it's a little scary if you're a goaltender, I'm sure. It's bottom line here for the Voodoos, getting a lot of ice time here in the late half of this third period. Vassos, Scott, and Gravel. Vassos coming away with it. We also have some Voodoos alumni news as Owen Say, last minute now, Owen Say picking up his first, he's named Game Star in the NCAA, so we'll get to that after the game, along with our 3 stars of the game. Fullerton gets it up to Vassos. And now it's Scott trying to skate that one through. 30 seconds left on the clock. Puck back into the Voodoo zone for Fullerton. Sturge back over to Fullerton. Fullerton looking up ice. His pass to Vassos, misses Vassos. Goes length of the ice, and that'll be icing with 18.8 left on the clock. 34-32 are the shots. There was at one point where Powassan was pretty much up 15 shots on French River.
Yeah, they sort of halfway through the second, they had handily, or all the way through the second, they'd handily led the game.
Sturge gets over to Fullerton. Fullerton tries to chip that one down. And the Rapids are going to send that one back into the Voodoo zone. Sent back down. That one's going to go the length of the ice. No, it's not. With 1 second left, that'll do it here. And Powassan and the Voodoos skate away with a 5-1 victory over the rival French River Rapids on a Wednesday night here at the Powassan Sportsplex. Final shots on goal, 34-32 in favor of the Voodoos. So, Mr. Ben Long, before we get to our stars of the game, what'd you think of that one other than the tech side being a nightmare?
Yeah, I mean, it was an exciting game to watch. It was a lot closer in terms of back and forth than the score would have you led to believe, and it wasn't even poor goaltending on one side. It was, Flageau really stood on his head and kept them up in the game.
The Voodoos signaling the crowd after their hard-fought victory. And we'll get ready for the 3 stars of the game here momentarily. But again, mentioning 2019-20 goalie Owen Say won his first game and named a game star at Mercyhurst as they dumped Clarkson 2-1 in overtime. Say picked up his first collegiate win in his second start, allowing just 1 goal and collecting 14 saves with a save percentage of .933. Former teammate of Say, we talked about this one, forward Parker Bowman, was recently named the captain of the Nipissing Lakers varsity men's team. Other goaltending partner of the Voodoos, Christian Chichigoy. And the third star, they go to Canon Flageau. Can't really argue with that. He made 31 saves on the game.
The next second star, also from the Powassan Voodoos, number 7,
Connor O'Brien being named the second star of the game.
He looked pretty good out there too. Can't argue with that one
No,
either.
he had a solid start. And on Mitch Wilkie being named Jack Kelly being named the first star of the game. So all 3 stars going to Powassan. Looks like I'm not the problem. Must be something in the water.
Yeah, the coach on French River is going to have to be looking at his team and wondering why that keeps happening.
Yep.
Anyway, our 3 stars was brought to you by Mike, the financial advisor.
Tonight's 3 stars is brought to you by Dave's Automotive Services, 411 Airport Road in North Bay. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect from Dave's.
Just to finish off the show, a goaltending partner of Owen Say, Christian Chichigoy, he's off to a Reds Heart start in the OUA as he has a stingy 2.00 goals against and a .943 save percentage in 3 contests so far this season with the Lakehead Thunderwolves. And Alex Bradshaw, who played for the Voodoos last year, he netted his first OHL goal on Sunday with the Flint Firebirds. The Ajax product had 22 goals for the Voodoos last year. He currently has 1 goal and 2 assists for 3 points in 9 games for the Flint Firebirds in the Western Conference of the OHL. So Powassan a little far from Flint, but good to see Alex Bradshaw getting his first OHL goal.
Yeah, it's good. Always good to see people coming up through the system getting their shot somewhere. And you know, we like it most when they get to North Bay, but if they can't get to North Bay, I look at that as one of those shoot for the moon, you might end up in the stars type of situation.
Exactly, and it's with the Voodoos looking like a strong organization every year. They put together some great players, and again, they put together a great game here tonight with the 5-1 victory over the French River Rapids. He's Ben Long. I'm Courtney Kenny, and as always, keep your eye on the front line.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the financial advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.